Hello everyone and welcome to Machine Learning and Large Language Model tutorials. In this Machine Learning and Large Language Model tutorial, we explain how to build from source Llama.cpp on CPU in Linux Ubuntu development environment. To test Llama.cpp, we explain how to run Microsoft's PHI4 large language model. Here is the motivation for studying the material presented in this video tutorial. Llama.cpp is a program that enables you to easily run large language models on local computers. In addition, Llama.cpp enables you to run quantized large language models on computers with limited hardware. In fact, you can run a number of models only on CPU. Consequently, it is important to learn how to install and use Llama.cpp. The best approach for installing Llama.cpp is to build it from source. Also, in this tutorial, we explain how to install Llama.cpp on Linux Ubuntu. Linux Ubuntu is a preferable development environment for machine learning and large language models. Okay, let's start with the build process. First of all, we need to open a Linux terminal. To do that, click here and search for terminal. Over here, I'm going to resize the terminal such that you can see what I'm typing, and at the same time you can follow the manual given over here. The first step is to verify that you have a relatively recent version of Linux Ubuntu. To do that, you need to execute this command. And as you can see over here, I'm running Linux Ubuntu 24.04. My suggestion is to install either this version of Linux Ubuntu or Linux Ubuntu 22.04. The next step is to verify that you have compilers on your system. Namely, C++, C, as well as other compilers should be installed together with Linux Ubuntu. However, it's still a good practice to verify that they exist on the system. To verify, you need to run this command. And if you see a similar response, this means that you have compilers on your system and you can proceed. The next step is to install Git. To install Git, you need to execute this command. And over here, enter your password. Git is a program that's used to download remote files and remote repositories from Git and from the internet. Next, we need to clone, or better to say to download, the remote repository of Llama.cpp. To do that, first of all, make sure that you're in the home folder and then execute this command. This command will download all the files from this remote repository, and you can actually hold Control and click here to see the remote repository. And here are all the files that we need to download. So let's do that. And now it's going to take a while to download everything. Good. After downloading, if you type this, you should see Llama.cpp folder on your home drive. So let's navigate to Llama.cpp, and over here you should see an exact copy of the main branch shown over here. The next step is the crucial one. Namely, we need to compile, or better to say, to build all these files. To do that, we first need to execute this command. This command should recognize what we have on our system. It should recognize the compiler and other things. First of all, you can see that our compiler over here is identified, which is very, very important. And the next step is to execute this command. Note that this command is a modified version of the command that's suggested on the official Llama.cpp website. Namely, over here, I included this additional parameter, and this additional parameter should significantly speed up the compiling process, since I will use all of my computing resources. That is, I will use all CPUs on my system. So then I will run this, and you will see that the compilation process will be super fast. Namely, if you run this command with this last parameter, you will have an issue. That is, the compilation will be super slow. So let's wait until everything is being compiled. And maybe after approximately 30 seconds, the project is being built. Okay, the next step is to verify where are the executables. To do that, let's open the same folder by using Nautilus or the Explorer version for Linux Ubuntu. So let's go to the home folder, double click on Llama.cpp, then the executables are usually in the build folder, and over here you should see the binaries, and here they are. The file that we are looking at or that we should search for is this one, Llama-CLI. My suggestion to those of you is also to explore the content of these folders, since it's very instructive to learn how projects are being built, and maybe in the next iteration also learn how to use CMake, since CMake is a very powerful tool for building projects. Next, let's go to the terminal and let's try to navigate to this folder. We need to go to build, then to binaries, and over here we need to try to execute llama-CLI. And here I made an error since I need to execute commands like this in Linux Ubuntu. And here it is. You can see over here that we can execute the command, however, we didn't specify any model. The next step is to download the model. In this video tutorial, for illustration purposes, I will try to run PHI4 large language model produced by Microsoft. Consequently, go to the Hugging Face and over here search for PHI4 GGUF. So after you go to Hugging Face, you can simply PHI4 search, and you can search, you can find it, and here it is. However, this is not the GGUF version. This is not what you want. You need to again click here, search for PHI4 GGUF, and you should go to the Microsoft website to find the GGUF version. Good. Then click on Files and Versions, and over here you need to download this file. This is a heavily quantized PHI4 model. You can also try a larger model. However, for illustration purposes, let's try this smaller model. So click here to download, and you can see that the file will be downloaded. The file is around 9 gigabytes, and it's going to take maybe 4 or 5 minutes to download everything. Consequently, be patient. And then, after several minutes, the model is downloaded, and the next step is to execute the model. The easiest approach to execute the model is to actually copy the model to this binary folder and to execute it directly from here. Otherwise, you will have to write a command that will include the complete path to the model. So let's find the downloaded model. Click on Files, click on Downloads, and here it is. I will simply copy the model. Then I will go to my Llama.cpp folder that is over here. Then I will go to Build, Binaries, and I will paste the model over here. Then I will go back to the terminal, and in the terminal I will have to make sure that the model is there. Just type this command, and here it is, and let's execute the model. To execute the model, we simply need to write this command. We need to call Llama-CLI, then we need to specify this parameter model, and then we need to write the name of the model. Note that this name is exactly the name of the file that you just downloaded. So press enter and the model will be executed. And you can see it's relatively quick. And let's ask a question. Who are you? To see that the model is actually properly running. And here it is. I am PHI, a large language model developed by Microsoft, etc. Okay, that's all for today. I hope that you liked this video. If you like the videos creating, please press the like and subscribe buttons, and see you in the next video tutorial.